It's Friday, April 17th. I'm sitting here in Las Vegas, Nevada with Andy Matthews from NPRI, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his organization.
Well, NPRI is a free market public policy think tank. Essentially, we seek out private sector solutions to the public policy challenges facing the state. We're sort of guided by the founding ideals of the country, that limited government is best, and that the private sector and individuals acting freely are going to be more likely to know what's best for them, what types of lives they want to pursue, and that ultimately we're all going to be better off if people are allowed to act freely, absent from government coercion. Sharon Rossi, our president, who took over the organization just a few months before I arrived, has really taken an aggressive approach toward building the organization, increasing our capacity to get our message out statewide, and we're really having more of an impact than ever before in the Institute's history, and it's been a remarkable change. In just over 2 years, we've doubled in size. We've also got 2 reporters who work for us part-time.
We're looking at, in the future, probably getting a labor analyst to look at those relationships, to look at things we need to do to keep the free market moving instead of moving in a direction where the labor union controls and manipulates the local economy.
What sort of organizations do you take a cue from for the new media? Is it in-house developed, or do you guys like work with Atlas or SPN and try to?
Well, we're always talking with other think tanks. One of the nice things about sort of the center-right think tank world is that everybody sort of works to help build everybody else up and to share ideas. We all keep in contact a lot. In fact, several of our staff members here have worked at other think tanks previously. We've got somebody who worked at a think tank in Oklahoma and also worked at Goldwater down in Phoenix. Somebody joined us from Evergreen up in Washington, and John Locke Foundation in North Carolina. So they bring with them a lot of the ideas that were cultivated at some of the other think tanks. But even beyond that, we're constantly talking with other SPN member groups and sharing ideas. And I think it's really been to the benefit of all of us.
There's a number of threats to liberty in the state, and it could be as small as the smoking bans that's been passed here in Nevada. Fortunately, the smoking ban has no real teeth, and the legislature is looking at changing some of that. There's the motorcycle helmet laws that have gotten passed here, some of the nanny-state laws. The seatbelt law is getting some more teeth. Now it's going to become a primary offense instead of a secondary offense, so now the police can actually stop you for not wearing your seatbelt. But one of the biggest threats to liberty is expansion of government here. For example, the state faces this $2 billion shortfall. And it's essentially the state government wants to increase spending 17%, and the state's already facing 10% unemployment. Our unemployment rate is higher than France, and they want to raise taxes. It's not a good situation. They had that tax revolution going on the 15th, and there was about 2,500 people here in Vegas protesting, another 2,000 up in Reno.
From a free market perspective, I think Nevada is a really exciting state.
When it comes to taxing people's personal income, that's just not going to happen.
Nevada's got a very strong libertarian bent anyway, and I think that makes the future really excited for the free market movement. So if anyone's looking for a good state to invest in, I'm just saying, Nevada.
Education is starting to creep in the right direction. They just lifted a moratorium on charter schools. Clark County just started something called Empowerment Schools, it's a pilot program allowing local schools to have a little bit more control over their personal finances.
What would you suggest for people watching who are interested in helping you guys? Where can they go? What can they do?
Well, that's a great question. I would encourage you to visit npri.org. That's our website. I won't lie, financial contributions are always appreciated, as I'm sure you guys know. I mean, that's what makes the world go around. Even new media, very cheap, but it does require some finances. But even more than that, I mean, just getting involved on the website, going to rightonnevada.com, or even not just our website, any website. You know, you find an article you like, pass it on to your friends. That's how the word gets spread.
That's right.
So even if you don't live in the state, I mean, you can always forward an article, not even just our articles, your guys' pieces. I would encourage people to pass on as well.
I appreciate your time.
It's good to meet you, Pete. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.